Welcome to the Bible Department Podcast, your place for discovering the wisdom within the pages of the Bible. Each episode dives into 3 essential questions. What does this reveal about God's plan and character? What insights does it offer about humanity? And how does this challenge me to grow and change? Check in with the Bible Department. What's going on? Hey, this is Matt with Sowcincy. Welcome to the inaugural episode 1 of the podcast. So here's how it'll work if you haven't been tuning into the regular stream and podcast. But on Tuesday nights, we'll go over just the passage. So we're going to be in Genesis 1 through 25 tonight. We're going to be reading that. I'm going to present the questions that you heard in the intro. And then on Friday's show, we're going to have a more discussion. So the whole purpose of the Bible Department Podcast is just for us, myself, Kristen, you, the viewer, the listener, to be able to just take some time with the Bible. Oftentimes we want to read through it. We want to get it done. But there's just so much wisdom and insight when you slow down, when you take your time. Everything wants to be rush. You got to have it now. But if you just take your time with the Bible, you'll see beautiful, beautiful insights. And so let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to be, again, in Genesis 1 through 25. Let's go. Now, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and empty, and darkness covered the deep waters. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good. Then he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness night. And evening passed, and morning came, marking the first day. Then God said, "Let there be a space between the waters to separate the waters of the heavens from the waters of the earth." And that is what happened. God made this space to separate the waters of the earth from the waters of the heavens. God called the space sky, and evening passed, and morning came, marking the second day. Then God said, "Let the waters beneath the sky flow together into one place, so dry ground may appear." And that is what happened. God called the dry ground land, and the waters seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land sprout with vegetation, every sort of seed-bearing plant, and trees that grow seed-bearing fruit. These seeds will then produce the kinds of plants and trees from which they came." And that is what happened. The land produced vegetation, all sorts of seed-bearing plants, and trees with seed-bearing fruit. Their seeds produced plants and trees of the same kind, and God saw that it was good. And evening passed, and morning came, marking the third day. Then God said, "Let lights appear in the sky to separate the day from the night. Let them be signs to mark the seasons, days, and years. Let these lights in the sky shine down on the earth." And that is what happened. God made 2 great lights, the larger one to govern the day, and the smaller one to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set those lights in the sky to light the earth, to govern the day and night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And evening passed, and morning came, marking the 4th day. Then God said, "Let the waters swarm with fish and other life. Let the skies be filled with birds of every kind." So God created great sea creatures and every living thing that scurries and swarms in the water, and every sort of bird, each producing offspring of the same kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply. Let the fish fill the seas, and let the birds multiply on the earth." And evening passed, and morning came, marking the 5th day. Then God said, "Let the earth produce every sort of animal, each producing offspring of the same kind, livestock, small animals that scurry along the ground, and wild animals." And that is what happened. God made all sorts of wild animals, livestock, and small animals, each able to produce offspring of the same kind, and God saw that it was good. And that is Genesis 1 through 25. Now, we're going to be looking at 3 questions. We're not going to get into them tonight. but I just want to produce the questions for you so that you can see these. And then on Friday, we'll be here with Kristen and I. So take your time this week, listen to it, read Genesis 1:1-25, read it over and over and over, and then read it again. All right. First question. According to Genesis 1:1-25, what does this say about God? What does this say about Jesus? And what does this say about his plan? That's your question number 1. Question 2. What does this say about humans? What does it reveal? What are the new insights that you might see from what you read? And then your last question, which will leave you with tonight. According to Genesis 1:1-25, if what I'm reading is true and what I'm reading is right for me, what am I doing well according to Genesis 1:1-25? And what do I need to change according to Genesis 1:1-25? So enjoy the scripture for this week. We'll see you on Friday. Be sure to follow us everywhere on social media, all at sowcincy. And if you want exclusively to the Bible Department podcast social media stuff, follow us on Instagram at bible.dept. That's bible.dept. Love you guys. Have a great week. We'll see you on Friday.